Wonder Woman 1984 is thematically rich and narratively messy. Patty Jenkins' sequel to the 2017 film picks up decades after the events of Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot's Diana is now working in antiquities at the Smithsonian when a robbery at a jewelry store accidentally unearths a rare artifact with ties to ancient mythology. I hate it when that happens. This stone has the power to grant wishes, which manages to attract not only the attention of Diana, but also Pedro Pascal's sleazy entrepreneur Max Lord and Kristen Wiig's bookish nerd Barbara Minerva. What follows is a fantastical parable about the power and the danger of wishing. It spoils nothing to reveal that the artifact in question is, as a character repeatedly describes it, a monkey's paw, and that the stakes of Wonder Woman 1984 hinge on the idea that nothing comes without a cost. Jenkins is hardly subtle in her story about a cynical huckster who manipulates the desires of the people around him to further his own agenda, which takes him from failed businessman to the corridors of power. I wonder who we could possibly be talking about here. It has been suggested that Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman was one of the first blockbusters of the Trump era, a film which meditated on what it meant to be good in a world that was not. Arriving 3 years later, Wonder Woman 1984 feels like a bookend and spiritual companion piece, an appropriate last blockbuster of the era. Unfortunately, Wonder Woman 1984 is a little too narratively unfocused and messy. The film operates by a sort of fairy tale logic, which actually fits rather well in the context of a story drawn from pop ideas of Greek legend. It's somewhat refreshing, given the more literal-minded portrayal of magic in most contemporary pop culture, from insisting that the Thor franchise is about sufficiently advanced aliens, or treating Doctor Strange as low-rent Inception. However, this elasticity causes problems. Most notably, the film has far too many incongruous and dangling loose ends, lacking the tight focus of the best superhero films. Indeed, Wonder Woman 1984 really seems to lose the run of itself when indulging in fan service, in the elements that appear to exist for no reason beyond the assumption that they belong in a Wonder Woman film. This is most obvious in the character of Barbara, who's initially introduced as a compelling and slightly familiar character, the sort of Hollywood homely nerd popular in 80s cinema, who looks like a supermodel once she takes off her glasses, puts up her hair, and wears tight clothing. There are some interesting themes there about the idea of self-image, and the way in which women often see themselves reflected through male desire. Wiig is very good in the role, as is Pascal as Lord. Unfortunately, because this is a Wonder Woman movie, it is not enough for Barbara to serve as a thematic and physical foil to Diana, a woman who has metaphorically sculpted herself out of clay in an image designed to appeal to men. Instead, the third act demands that Barbara be transformed into a computer-generated cheetah person, for no greater reason than because Cheetah is a classic Wonder Woman baddie, and this is a Wonder Woman movie. There are plenty of smaller elements like this that I can't go into for fear of spoilers. Still, there's a lot to like in Wonder Woman 1984. The decision to bring back Chris Pine works remarkably well, reversing the original's fish-out-of-water dynamic and demonstrating a tenderness that is rare in the genre. Pine and Gadot are well suited as screen partners, and the film is a joy to watch as they bounce off one another. Along those lines, Jenkins has a lot of fun with the film's 80s setting, with cinematographer Matthew Jensen cranking up the colour in a way that evokes Richard Donner's Superman movies. Wonder Woman 1984 is a film that is best when it's playful and fun. It lacks the focus to rank with the best of the superhero genre, but it still has a lot of charm. Wonder Woman 1984 is available on HBO Max from Christmas Day.